Yo, what is going on, everyone in crypto space? XRP just under 57 cents right now. But today I want to go ahead and elaborate a lot more on this new feature on RippleNet called multi-hop. Now, this was just announced yesterday, and this is what Marcus Schreiter was talking about a couple months ago when he said a new software would be released in the third quarter that would essentially connect all these banks and corporates all around the world with the RippleNet. Now, this is going to be a little bit hard to kind of wrap your head around. Honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't like 100% understand all the capabilities of this technology that just came out called multi-hop, but I do have a pretty basic knowledge of what this essentially means for xCurrent, xRapid, and xVia partners. I think I got kind of the main sort of flow of how multi-hop essentially really works. So I've got about 4 tweets here from David Schwartz. Galgatron kind of explains it pretty well on Twitter, actually, so shout out to him for that. And Dilip Rao, they do all kind of explain really what the big benefit of multi-hop is. And I think if what they're saying is really all true and what we think it actually is, then we're pretty much looking at a lot of xCurrent and xVia payments being settled through xRapid and using XRP. So although we do have a ton of xCurrent partners and we immediately think, okay, nope, they're not using XRP, multi-hop is kind of unleashing the reach of these xCurrent partners can now route their payments through an xRapid bank. So essentially xCurrent payments are now going to be going through xRapid. That's what's kind of like the best case scenario of what's going to come out of this, and I think that's actually what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the reasoning for it, give you guys some numerous statements, and then on the sketch pad over here, we'll go ahead and we'll do a little kind of like graph of how this payment would actually flow. So the first one I want to show you guys is that David Schwartz says it's an expansion of reach. With multi-hop, the set of available endpoints is greater than it would be without it. Getting xRapid to connect to a region is better than getting xRapid to connect to a bank. Now, what he's saying right here is that instead of getting 100 banks in one country connected to xRapid, all connected to xRapid, if you get a couple of those banks connected to xRapid and the rest connected to RippleNet, they can now initiate the payments through xCurrent X via the messaging system, and they can be routed to those 3 main banks who are connected to xRapid to end up facilitating that payment out of the country. Next one, Galgatron, I really like how he explains this. So Dilip Rao, he says, the tech will ultimately deliver the connections and atomic settlement, underpinned by legals and standards in the Ripple rulebook. Powerful combo that makes the RippleNet scheme unique. And then Galgatron essentially says, thanks for the confirmation. So multi-hop means that today's majority xCurrent customers can now send fiat to the intermediary banks, so the banks in that country who are connected to xRapid, who will then use xRapid to complete the rest of the transfer. All of this is atomic, so the originating bank has no counterparty risk. Of course, this means that the transactions that starts its xCurrent leg can now be sequenced with additional intermediary bank xRapid legs, thus passively creating demand for XRP. We all know xCurrent is the dominant Ripple product today, and now it helps the XRP ecosystem too. And I'm really glad to hear that because, you know, xCurrent and xVia, we immediately think, okay, not going to benefit the XRP ecosystem, but multi-hop is really changing that. Let's get on to 2 more statements by David Schwartz. So he says some banks may not be willing to become an xRapid customer for various reasons, such as regulation or just international payments not being that important to them. Multi-hop means they can use other xRapid instances to settle their payments and still get many of the benefits. So by just being connected to the RippleNet, but not being connected to the liquidity solution, they can be connected to the RippleNet and get the same benefits from xRapid without even being connected to xRapid. So they can just be an xCurrent messaging system partner, integrate the xCurrent messaging system, and just be connected to the RippleNet in general. But they can route their payments starting from xCurrent, send the fiat to the intermediary xRapid bank, and then the xRapid bank will take care of the rest of that, and XRP will actually be used from these xCurrent and xVia transactions. So now xCurrent and xVia partners can get the benefits of xRapid and XRP without even touching it. The internet of value, guys. This stuff is crazy. The last one by David Schwartz I want to show you guys before we get into the kind of infograph part. Also, last one. Okay, all right. We got two more things by David Schwartz. He says multi-hop allows customers who initiate payments with xVia to have one pile of fiat. Typically, with an xCurrent customer, that they can use payments across RippleNet still need to acquire the destination asset to settle a payment, though. And that's where xRapid and XRP come into play. Again, listen to that. Multi-hop allows customers who initiate payments with XVIA to have one pile of fiat that they can use for payments across RippleNet, still need to acquire the destination asset and settle the payment. That is where xRapid and XRP come in. And he goes, looking at it from the other side, multi-hop lets xCurrent customers act as hubs for incoming and outgoing payments to and from regional banks that they have good fiat settlement arrangements with. Others could also use xRapid to pay into and out of the hub's partner banks. Guys, we're looking at xCurrent XVIA, which, as our understanding, is nothing to do with XRP, now being directly involved with XRP and xRapid. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to read you guys the last part of this tweet again before we get into the infograph part, so I can kind of like give you a visual explanation as to how this really works. But again, he says getting xRapid to connect to a region is better than getting xRapid connected to one bank. Why connect 100 banks to xRapid when you can get a couple banks connected to xRapid and connect the rest of the RippleNet that routes the payment through xRapid? Crazy stuff, guys, seriously. So, again, guys, I don't understand 100% every single feature of multi-hop, but I am like 99% sure I've got the general explanation of how this really works. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's say this is the United States, and this is, let's say, Mexico, because that's going to be one of the corridors on xRapid initially. So here is the bank of the bank in USA that is connected to xRapid. And here's a bank in Mexico that is connected to xRapid. So we're going to put XRP, since that's what they're going to be using. So you got the US bank that's connected to the xRapid network, and then you got the Mexican bank that is connected to the xRapid network as well. Now, there's not just one bank in Mexico, one bank in the US. There's other banks that need to route these payments. So we're going to use little dots as the rest of the banks in the country. So you have these rest, and each dot represents a bank that is connected to xCurrent. Now here's what happens. Let's say this bank right here is connected to xCurrent and needs to send a payment out to Mexico, but they're only connected to xCurrent. So this bank has a great settlement fiat relationship with the bank that is in the USA that is connected to xRapid. So what they would do is this bank that's connected to xCurrent, since they have a good fiat settlement relationship, they would send that domestic currency. So they would send the dollar. So they would send the domestic currency. Okay. I'm trying to explain this like directly in kind of one stream. So the xCurrent bank sends the fiat to the xRapid connected bank in the same country, so the US. And then this xRapid connected bank will streamline that payment to the xRapid bank in Mexico and then convert the dollars into the peso. And that's how the transaction would kind of be settled. So again, again, I'm going to explain it one more time because it is a little bit, it's kind of even trickier for me to explain, let alone understand. So this dot right here, this is a bank in the United States that is connected to xCurrent. That xCurrent bank sends the fiat to the xRapid bank. The xRapid bank converts that fiat into XRP and then sends it into the Mexican bank that's connected to xRapid, and then that bank will turn the XRP into the actual destination currency that's needed. So this bank right here has absolutely no counterparty risk. They just send the fiat and let the xRapid network do the rest of the work, and then it'll get there in a couple of minutes. So essentially, all these xCurrent banks that you're seeing in the demonstration is all they're doing is giving the fiat to the xRapid bank, and the xRapid bank probably will charge them a fee to do so. But what will essentially happen is just the xCurrent bank is just going to give the money to the xRapid bank in that country, and then the xRapid bank will take care of the rest of the process. So same thing if it was initiated with xVIA. So essentially, multi-hop, the most basic way I can explain it, is xCurrent initiated transactions or xVIA initiated transactions. If the transaction is initiated with either xCurrent or xVIA, it has a pretty good chance of still going through xRapid. So this is where it's significant, where David Schwartz says getting xRapid to connect to a region is better than getting xRapid connected to a bank. So instead of getting all these banks connected to xRapid, You just get a couple connected to xRapid and the rest connected to xCurrent. Then they can streamline the payment and initiate it with xCurrent. But in the end, it'll still be going through XRP and xRapid. So they're directly working with each other. So all they're doing is connecting regions to xRapid through one kind of central hub where these banks will send the fiat to the xRapid bank and it'll end up taking care of the process. So guys, again, the most basic way I can explain it is just that xRapid bank will act as a hub. The bank will get money sent to them and they'll convert it to XRP. So it's, again, I could give you like one more analogy. It's sort of like you go to the post office, you give them the letter, they take care of everything else. That's kind of how it works. So even though you're not directly connected with the post office and you're not directly integrated with the post office, you just give your letter to the post office, they take care of the rest of the process, and you have no counterparty risk. Again, a little bit hard to explain, so I'm going to go through it one more time. xCurrent Bank sends the fiat to the xRapid Bank. xRapid Bank takes care of the rest of the process. That's like the most basic way I can explain it. And guys, why this is so significant is because we've thought this whole time that xCurrent and xVia had, yeah, they can settle with XRP, but there's really no reason to do it, and they're just using the messaging system. And I'm going to continue the pre-funded settlement accounts. But multi-hop, or the convergence of the three products, is allowing xCurrent and xVia to be initiated, but still end up going through XRP, through the central hub, xRapid Bank. So that is potentially huge, guys, because what are majority of the customers on RippleNet? They're xCurrent customers. That's what they are. And if you can get all these xCurrent customers to route their payments through these xRapid banks, you can consider every single partner an xRapid partner. Because yeah, maybe not 100% of the payments are going to go through XRP, but still, we have that great option through the software to where now they can start routing their fiat through the xRapid banks, and XRP will still be used even though they're just using xCurrent. Ripple's got a master plan, guys. It's got a master plan. It's happening next quarter. So again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If I did get anything wrong and you see some flaw in what I explained, please let me know in the comments below. And also let me know your thoughts, what you guys think in the comments below. So make sure guys, drop a like, subscribe, check links in the description to support the channel. Get yourself Legend Nano S, keep that cryptocurrency safe, get it offline. And make sure to turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video or a stream. Again guys, now what we once thought would never have an effect on XRP is now going to be going directly through it. Exciting times, guys. We are tapping into an industry that has not been tapped into for over 50 years, and it's got trillions of dollars, and it's got trillions of dollars sitting there waiting for transfer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will not be posting or streaming tomorrow, so the next time I will see you guys is in the fourth quarter. It was a great third quarter with you guys. Seriously, enjoyed it. Now we got to look forward to the fourth quarter where xRapid will finally be going live and the digital asset that me and you own will finally be used within the banking industry. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the fourth quarter.